Here's a true fact. Meet the fleshlight, nature's most refreshingly honest partner. A hyper-realistic sleeve, a synthetic anatomy that never ghosts you, never asks where this is going, and doesn't care if you last 30 seconds or 3 hours. It simply exists in quiet, judgment-free readiness. Observe it in the wild, bottom drawer next to the lonely socks and expired lotion. By day it looks almost innocent, just a modest tube of plastic and ambition. By night it becomes the scene of a one-man crime against dignity. You warm it up, slide in, and the textured interior grips with the enthusiasm of someone who actually read the instructions. No small talk, no performance anxiety, just reliable rib commitment.
Watch the ritual, a little lube, sometimes just hopeful spit, and suddenly you're conducting a private symphony of questionable life choices. The suction cup sticks to whatever surface is available like it's emotionally invested. You experiment with angles that would get you laughed out of any real bear rim, and it takes every thrust without complaint, producing those gloriously obscene wet sounds that somehow make it feel 70% more authentic and 100% more pathetic. Zooming on the engineering, the inner canal is a masterpiece of perverted design. Nature's noobs, spirals, and dead through clickbaited by people who clearly understand loneliness better than most therapists. Mightin', it's as simple as theory. Rinse, try, repeat. In practice, it often becomes a science experiment. And what happens when hope and hygiene diverge? Leave it too long and it achieves its final form. The dreaded mold light, a biohazard with opinions. It never asks if you're thinking about your ex. It never judges your search history. It just waits, slightly sticky, offering the kind of unconditional acceptance usually reserved for golden retrievers and houseplants. True fact.
The fleshlight isn't a toy, it's the final evolution of male solitude. Loyal, always available, zero drama, and strangely more reliable than most relationships you've had. It knows your kinks, keeps your secrets, and still lets you finish without sending a passive-aggressive text. Here's a true fact.
Meet the fleshlight, Ridge's most honest relationship. A hyper-realistic pussy in a flashlight casing that never ghosts you, never asks where this is going, and doesn't care if you last 30 seconds or 3 hours. This loyal little cock sleeve is the only partner that truly accepts you exactly as you are, desperate, sweaty, and slightly ashamed. Observe it in its natural habitat, the bottom drawer next to the mismatched socks and old lotion. By day it sits there looking innocent, just an innocent tube of plastic and fake pussy. By night it gets absolutely demolished like a cheap motel room during Fleet Week. You slide in, the realistic texture grips like it's personally invested in your orgasm, and suddenly you're having a conversation with God while your hips do the awkward jackhammer dance no real woman should ever witness. Watch the ritual. You warm it up with a little lube.
Spit if you're feeling reckless.
You go to town like it owes you money. The suction cup sticks to your desk with pathetic commitment while you rail it in missionary doggy in that one weird upside down position you saw on Pornhub at 2 a.m. It never complains about the angle. It never says, is it in yet? It just takes the pound and makes those filthy wet sounds and collects your shame like a quiet, understanding therapist. Zoom in on the anatomy. That inner sleeve is engineered like a perverted NASA project. Ribs, nubs, spirals, and textures designed by sadistic engineers who clearly hate virgins. Clean it, sure, if you're a responsible adult. Most owners just rinse it half-assedly and pray the next session doesn't smell like expired yogurt and broken dreams. Leave it too long and it evolves into its final form. The dreaded mold light, a biter weapon that can probably file its own Usher complaint.
It never judges your search history. It never asks if you're thinking about your ex. It just sits there, ready, waiting, slightly sticky, offering you a conditional love and a boredom for poison that feels 7% real and 100% pathetic.
True fact. The fleshlight isn't just a sex toy. It's the final boss of male loneliness. A loyal, always available, zero drama cock companion that will outlast every relationship you've ever had. It knows all your kinks, keeps your secrets, and still lets you finish on its face without calling you a degenerate. You're not masturbating, you're maintaining a long-term, committed, slightly twisted situationship with a glorified tube of rubber and regret.
Every desperate late night session, every guilty just a tip into warm water to simulate the real thing. Every time you whisper sweet nothings to a sexy code, a piece of plastic while your real dating acts its own twitch. That's just the house band's encore.
Close the drawer, Kings. She's still waiting.